Hello, English language learners. So I can see many of you are already there. So Priyanka, good. Thank you, Priyanka. Okay. So Amarjeet, hello Amarjeet. I am good. Okay, so yes, we will talk about it. Assertive or declarative. Okay. Surjit Mishra. Hello, Surjit Mishra. Ashwini. Good to see you guys. So, I'm sure you all are ready to learn the next three types or kinds of sentences. As you know, we already finished the first two were, if you remember, the assertive or declarative. So in this one, Amarjeet is asking about assertive sentences and the declarative. It's the same thing, Amarjeet. These sentences are same kind of sentences, but in these, the sentences can be positive or negative. And we use these kind of sentences all the time. Even right now, when I started, I just asked you, are you ready? This one was interrogative because I'm asking you. That is the second one we learned, right? When you ask questions, interrogation, interrogative, interrogative, or question sentence. But the declarative are when you tell something, right? So it clearly says here, when you tell something, those kind of sentences are when you tell something. These type of sentences are declarative sentences. Now, I'm going to show you the example. What your question is, Amarjeet. Here, you can see assertive or declarative sentences. For example, I like to read. It's certain you like to read, right? And then if you want to change it into the negative one, then you can say, I don't like to read. And then you can change the same into question also. So you can say, do I like to read? So you see how can you change a one sentence into different format, right? Or the different kinds of questions you can ask, or you can tell the information. So this is also a very good practice if you want to play with the sentences, right? So like, for example, he or she or it also we use for non-living things and for animals. So he or she likes to read. I made a mistake here. I missed the S here. I need to write down S. So he or she likes to read, right? Likes to read. And then he or she doesn't like to read, right? And then does he like to read or does she like to read? Like that. So then you, and as you know, you use the same verb what you use for I, right? You like to read. You don't like to read. Do you like to read? So this way you can change the statement or the assertive sentences. So assertive or declarative, you can write in a positive way or you can write in the negative way. And then you can change these into questions also. I mean, this is also an excellent way to improve your writing and to improve your speaking also, because if you know, writing and speaking are output domain, right? Writing and through speaking, you express yourself. That's the mode of communication, right? You communicate with others through writing and through speaking and through gestures also. That's what I always use, a lot of gestures. Gestures means ishare, right? Okay, so now are you ready for the next one? Next three we have. I know the most common ones are four. The first one, for example, assertive, declarative, the most common, which we tell all day long, or information, we tell stories, we tell, we talk about other people, you know what happened, you know what he did, what she did. Like you talk all day long, you tell other people, you use statements, you use assertive sentences a lot. Like most frequently used sentences are assertive sentences or declarative sentences. Then I think comes the second one, most commons, I think, are command, I will say, because we like to tell other people what to do or what not to do. And then the questions one, right? Okay, so I am good. I am good. Good evening, Kuldeep Kumar. Hello, MD Shahan Shah. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Good to see you guys. And gals. I always forget. But here, see, guys in America, we use for both guys. It's for girls also and it for boys also. When they all are together, we say guys. But sometimes I just say guys and gals, because I don't know how you use this guys word in India. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Okay, Amarjit, I hope it's clear to you. So assertive or declarative. Declare. Think about declare. What you declare. When you declare something, you tell something, you show something, right? So same thing, just keep in mind, that's the best way to remember something. You declare, like for example, especially if you travel internationally and then on the airport to the custom part, right? They ask you, what did you bring? And then you declare them, you tell them what you have. In these days, it's not common. It's like pretty much everyone go through the green signal, but there was a time when it was the customs were, people were very strict, and then you have to go through, it's covers a red channel, I think, yeah, the red channel or the green one. So you declare, what did you bring? So declare means to tell, to show them, like, okay, this is. So keep in mind, that's the best way to remember. I will say, you declare, you tell. So common, the most common sentences are declarative sentences or assertive sentences, and they can be negative or they can be positive, right? Yes. So good evening, Deepak Mishra. Yes, Devinder. Good to see you guys. So let's talk about the third kinds of sentences. And then after this lesson, I will be moving on to the structure of the sentences. So if you remember this, I told you when I started this lesson that these five kinds of sentences, like declarative, and then question or interrogative, and then our next one is imperative, and then we will be talking about exclamatory, and then we will be talking about optative. And these five, but four are very common. So these are the purpose. When you talk about the purpose of the sentence, what is the purpose of the sentence? The purpose is, are you asking question? The purpose is, are you telling someone something? Or the purpose is, are you giving command? Are you requesting someone to do something? Are you ordering someone to do something? Or like, so this is a purpose. What is the purpose? When you are saying something, what is your purpose? And when we talk about, like, it's a simple sentence or it's a compound, that kind of sentences are the structure of the sentence. So after this, we will be learning the structure of the sentence. So just keep in mind how they are different. Okay, so sometimes we get confused in this, but these sentences are the purpose and the other ones are the structure. Okay, hi. So let's talk about the imperative one. Okay, so if you can see, and I will read. So here, I hope you can see very clearly. And now let me read this one. So imperative or command sentence, when it's a or, that means it's the same thing. We use it to different names. So you can say imperative or you can say command sentence, right? Akash, we will talk about live chat later on. If we can finish this, and then I will talk about our Zoom sessions too. Okay, I like it when we are learning something, if we can pay attention here and learn something and then talk about Zoom. Okay, I will talk about Zoom. Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, make a request or advice, right? When you, so basically these sentences tell people what to do. And sometimes you order people to, right? When you are giving command, you're telling them to do something. You order them also, right? So basically, these sentences tell people what to do. And if you ask me, we use these sentences very frequently when we teach, right? Because we teachers, they give command to students, right? Do this, do this, do this, like that. Or don't talk, pay attention. Like right now, I was just saying, please pay attention here, Akash. First, we're going to finish this and then we will. So it's like a request also, right? Or advice, right? Or command is when you forcefully tell someone to do something, right? And I know a lot of time our parents, right? They are good in giving command to us, do this, do this, do this, like that, where you sometimes cannot say no, you have to do it like that. Hello, get inspired for better life. Hi, Akram. Yes, good to see you guys here. So now if I say close your book or pay attention here, listen to me, right? Like that. Oh, listen to me is here, right? Be quiet. I know you all are not talking right now, but this is sometime in class. When students are talking, then we use this a lot, right? Be quiet, pay attention, stay focused, like that. Okay, be nice to others, right? It's kind of like an advice, I will say, right? Make sure to, oh, this is mine. This is my favorite one. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, okay? And make sure to tell other students too, whoever, or other English language learners, if anyone wants to learn English. So these are like a command when you advise people, when you tell someone to do something. And now here, how you use the mark, the punctuation marks. Very important to note here is that you use, sometimes you use a period, and in India you say full stop, but in America we say period. And then sometimes you use this exclamation mark. So in these sentences, you can use both, but it depends. If your command is like an order kind of a thing, like if I say, be quiet, like that, right? That I am ordering someone to be quiet. And then it's a more like I will say, it's emotions are very high, right? Then you use exclamation mark. So keep in mind, when you are kind of like putting a lot of pressure and have emotions in it, then you use exclamation mark in, and these are all about writing. If you are writing a sentence, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I hope you understand this one. And now we can move to the next one. And next is exclamatory. exclamatory sentence. Okay, so exclamatory are always with excitement or emotions, highest emotions, right? And or surprise or anger, right? Or joy. So I hope you understand all these words, right? When your emotions are very high, you are surprised for something, or you are sad about something, or something happened and it is unexpectedly something happened, and your emotions automatically just, it's going to come out. And then the way you speak, and it's more like how you say these words. So that also depends. It's with the, and it, these kind of sentences, that's why it says exclamatory, exclamation, because this one is an exclamation mark. If you know the punctuation marks, if you know like all the question mark or period or full stop, you say it full stop, or the exclamation, this is the exclamation mark. And we always use exclamation mark in exclamatory sentences, but sometimes we use exclamation mark in command sentences also, when we give a stress on a command, when we want someone else to have to do it, something, right? Yes. It's not like a request. If we're telling someone to do something, then it's exclamation mark. So just keep in mind. Now, for example, hurrah, we won, right? Or you say, alas, really? Oh my goodness. Sometimes we say, oh my goodness, really? What happened? Like someone, got sick or got injured or died unexpectedly, something like that, right? So we use a lot of emotions in it. That is like a exclamatory mark we use. Or wow, right? I use that a lot. Wow, really? Oh, like that. So it's like you are showing emotions. That is exclamatory mark. I have a question. Okay, I have a question. I write English and I learn English, but I don't talk in English fluently. So please tell me any suggestion. Yes, you can. You can join our session and we will practice there. And I think the sessions are like, I will say many students are actually getting a great benefit by joining those sessions, because frankly speaking, I know many of you know English, but you are hesitant to speak, and our Zoom sessions are the best platform for you to get rid of your hesitation, because as you know, I am not judging. We are not judging you. We are just practicing. And I always say, I'm also a learner like you. I never say I am a teacher or I know everything. No, we are learners and learning never stops. We always learn. So Satyanarayan, yes, hello. So I mean, this is a very common issue. It's not only with you, get inspired. It's a very common, I don't know if I'm going to say problem, but it's a very common concern from all students who are learning English as a second language, that they say that they can write in English, they can read in English, but they cannot talk in English fluently. So, I mean, even yesterday I shared the strategy with you, and the best way is to practice with someone. Even if you don't find a partner to speak, you can speak, I will say, like read something and paraphrase it, or write something and talk about it and record yourself. That's the best way, to record yourself and then listen to yourself and then find mistakes in you, right? Hi, good to see you. Hey, good to see you. So this language is Korean, or I don't know if it's Korean or Chinese. Chinese as Mandarin. Mandarin. Is that the name is written in Mandarin or Korean or Vietnamese? What language? Oh, Korean. Okay. Yes. Good to see you. Okay. Yes. So, uh, yes. I mean, I will say, do not be dependent on someone, that someone will come and help you. Like, for example, your friend or someone on any app you can talk to. Because, see here, when you talk to someone, you need a topic, right? And most of the time when you talk to people on WhatsApp, or there are many other applications, most of the time it's like a very, very basic information you share, pretty much the same thing almost every time. But if you want to become fluent in English, if you think you want to be on an advanced level or something like that, or higher intermediate level, then you need to learn English in all content areas, I will say. And content area means in any subject. It could be English in math or science or social study or history or technology or sports or music or art. I mean, you name it, anything. So you need to just be hungry for the information if you want to become fluent, and you want to become like your English skills, you want your English skills to be on advanced level. Yes. Yes, we are fine. We are fine here. And thank you for asking. I mean, if we listen the news are scary, because that's what they are expecting. By the end of August, these many people will die or something. And I mean, just trying to stay safe. That's what we can do. That's in our control, right? Yes. Thank you for asking. So now the last one, the one you just are saying, hope, I hope you always are safe staying there. Now we are going to talk about these kind of sentences when you wish for something, right? So these sentences are optative. Everyone say with me, this word is little bit, pronunciation is little hard, slightly. Optative. Optative sentences are when you express an ardent, that means you wish, or you do the prayer, right? You pray, or you, we're not going to do that. Curse someone means किसी को शराप देना. Curse means शराप देना, या किसी के लिए prayer करना, right? So think about all the mantras or all the prayers in every religion, right? Or we wish other people. These type of sentences are optative sentences. Okay, like I always say, stay blessed, for example, right? So I wish for that. Or may you live long. Or for example, here, I don't know your name, but you are from Korea, and you said, I hope you always are safe staying there. So that's also when you hope or you wish or something. So these kind of sentences are optative sentences, right? So may God help you, may God bless you, like that, right? So these are optative. So if you remember the 5 kinds of sentences, if someone can write down, and let's see your knowledge, because I want to see how much attention you all were paying when I was teaching you. Okay, newspaper is really important to improve English. I will say everything is important, Devinder, and newspaper is one of the resource, I will say. I will not say that newspaper is, yeah, it is important. And moreover, the newspaper, you get all the updates, right? The current events, what's happening in your city or in your state, in your country or around the world, right? Yes, newspaper is one of the resource, a good resource, I will say, to enhance your English language skills. Yes. May you live long. Yes, thank you, Akashdeep. Yes, so these kind of sentences are optative. When you wish, when you pray, right? Yes, when you think good about others. Yes. Ma'am, please see again. See what, Amarjeet? Okay. So now let's talk about the Zoom part. Yes, Zoom is every Saturday and Sunday. Um, Oh, thank you, Akash Jan. Right. May you succeed. And these sentences are also ends with pretty much ends with exclamation mark. Okay. Because these kind of sentences are also showing emotions or you are wishing to someone, right? Uh, so I'm not going to say that, but like if you're cursing, that's an anger. But I don't think so. We need to, yes, assertive, declarative, imperative, exclamatory, and optative. Yes, Priyanka Rawat, you are rolling girl. Wow. Yes. Excellent. Yes. So 5 and 4 are very common, right? And the most common are assertive sentences, the statements, right? We talk all day and we tell people information, we tell about what happened, or I mean not about always about the narrative, I will say, where you just tell your own story, but even you just go to the market and then you come home and then you talk about the stuff, or you go to mall, or you go to a party, or you go to a wedding, or even at home also you talk about so many things, right? And most of the time we use the statement sentences, we tell the information, right? Or we get the information from other, we exchange the information, I will say. In other words, exchange means you are telling something, the other person is telling you something, you are talking, right, to each other, you are exchanging, you are socializing. So in that case we use declarative sentences a lot. Yes. Bhavna Malik, hello, ma'am. How could I talk to you? So, how could you talk to me? You can talk to me on Zoom, and that's the best platform. I am helping all English language learners in these days, and it's 100% free. You know that. But in return, I want you to spread the words. Come on, guys. You need to tell other people. You need to share my channel with your family, friends, and many other people. You are everywhere. I know that. On YouTube also, you are everywhere. So we need to spread the words, because I don't live in India. You know that. I live in America. I do not have any institute in India, but originally I am from India, born and raised in India, and I taught in India also in school, colleges, and universities. And now in America, from last 20 years, I'm teaching. I'm certified English and ESL educator in America now. If you are new to this channel and you are first time on my channel, this is just for your information. So please spread the words, tell other people. I don't know, actually, I am sometimes surprised. I'm not jealous, but just surprised when I see sometime other YouTube channels in India. One day I see like they have a 10,000 subscribers, and after 2-3 days I see like they have a 20,000 subscribers or something like that. And I was like, I don't know how it's happening. Like within 1 or 2-3 days, it's like 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, like that. I have no clue how they are advertising or what are they doing. If anyone knows, just let me know so I can use the same formula. Okay. Yes. So now I will be checking your knowledge about the sentences. I will say, write down one command sentence. Command sentence. Let's write down one command sentence. Yes. Yeah, Mr. or Miss Korean, I don't know your name. Yeah, it's a laughable, right? Because sometimes I laugh about it too, and we're like, how it's happening, how they are just growing so quick. Uh, okay, online focus your task, Akash Deep. No, I'm not worried. I'm just oh, Gina or Gina. Okay. Vasudev Barik. Do your homework. Yeah. And see here, do your homework. You can, this is kind of like we tell our kids or, right, do your homework, right? I want to, and sometimes if I say, I will say to like in a advice to you, I'm not going to order you, right? My command will be in advice. I will say, if you want to improve your English language skills, I advise you, I will say, I advise you, please read every day. Please, every day, practice every day, at least 30 minutes. Or I will say, please read and paraphrase and record yourself. So it's like I am using command, but my command is not in order. My command is in a request, or in I will say more, it's like advice, not a request. Request is when you tell someone to do something for you. Please, can you help me? Please. Oh, right now I was requesting you, please spread the words. Yes, right, tell other people, help me, or subscribe to my channel. That is also request or advice also, because if you will subscribe the channel, you will get all my updates. If whenever I upload any video, you will get the right away message. Yes, please help me. And then exclamation mark, Akash Deep, never miss that. And I know many of you already know about it, that in America we are very particular about capitalization and punctuation marks, because that is one of our like objective when we teach students. This is one of our standards. So this is the exclamation mark when you show emotions. Emotions can be your anger, your joy, right? Or you're ordering someone to do something for you. This is an exclamation mark. Okay. Please help me, like preach, right, ma'am? So, okay, I guess when it comes to English, there is no royal road to get to it. Yes, yes, there is no, yes, you are absolutely correct. There is no royal road to get to it. Yes, practice. And I will say in every field, even if you are learning to any sport, right, or want to learn how to play cricket or basketball or any game, also you practice, right? You go to even if you are athlete or doing track, and you go and practice every day, right? Yes, so practice is vital in every field, whatever you want to do. Yes, so if you want to be fluent in English, yes, you have to practice, record yourself, read, record, write. Yes. Yes. Okay. Like preach, right, ma'am? Please help me. Hi, Shahana Ali. Please help me. Yeah, so yeah, that's like a request. Yes. Like preach, right, ma'am? Yeah, preach. Yes. Just spit it out, although you make mistakes. Yeah, right. It's okay to make mistakes. That's what I always say. No one is perfect. And if you are always looking for perfect, and then if you are always thinking that one day you will start speaking when you will not make any mistake, that day will never come. That's for sure. I will say, start speaking, start practicing. It's okay to make mistakes. I'm not saying celebrate your mistakes, but I'm just saying it's okay to make mistakes when you are learning, when you are practicing. We make mistakes. It's fine, but I will say just pay attention. And if someone is correcting you, do not get offended. Okay. And I am always advise to all my students that if you are telling someone, if someone said something wrong or made a mistake, do not try to degrade other person. Do not correct someone in a negative way. Do not correct someone in an insulting way, I will say. So just if you if you find out any mistake and you want to correct someone, and just say it respectfully, right? If other person did not realize, right? I know even yesterday when I started my lesson, I accidentally said that interrogative sentence, but I was talking about declarative sentence. But then I realized that I said that accidentally. But that's okay. But I corrected myself. I realized my mistake because I was not looking up on the sheet, and I just started talking. And somehow, because we were changing actually our declarative sentences into interrogative, so I accidentally said that interrogative. So it's okay. But I catched my own mistake. That's what I'm saying. That's what you need to do. Because sometimes you say it, but then you realize it also. So just pay close attention. It's not a big deal, right? Okay. Thank you so much. Next time I will take always care. Okay. Thank you for showing, ma'am. Sometimes I'm not understand what I read. Priyanka, yes, if you, and I hope you remember that I told you that if you read something and then you don't understand one time, I will say go back and reread it. Reread it. And second time, believe me, you will have a little better understanding than the first time. Then, even if you think you did not understand everything, I will say there is no harm to read it third time. It might be boring, but if you have an option, if you have a choice, then I will advise you to read something that is on your understanding level. And I hope you remember, I always say whenever you open a book, and you on one page, if you do not understand 10 or 15 vocabulary words, that means that book is not on your level. So if you are reading that book for your English learning, then that book is not a good choice for you. But keep in mind, if you are reading that book for your course, that for example, you are in a college or university or wherever, and then you have that book in your course, then there is no choice, right? You have to read it. Then you have to consult the dictionary, right? Then you can find the words in dictionary in order to have a better understanding. But if you are reading for fun, or if you are reading to enhance your uh, English language, then my advice is to read any text that is close to your reading. Okay, that's my point. Okay. Okay. Command, command your men. Okay. I have subscribed your channel earlier, long back, but I don't know how. Shall I join you online? Please tell me. Okay, Akash, you need to email me at english@my-command, and I will write down my email here in the live chat. I will do it when I will end this session. Just wait. And you need to email me. You don't need to write like all that explanation that you want to join my Zoom session, or no, nothing like that. Just send me an email. That's it. And I know that you want to join my session. Okay. If you're sending me email. Okay. So ma'am, can you tell me what is the best way to self-practicing? Okay. That's what we were just talking about. Okay. So Bablesh Kumar, ma'am, are you saying advice or advice? Now, there are, yes, advice or advice are a little confusing because these are the confusing words. And if you know this one, I always I have some of the videos where I use this. I gave you the advice, right? So that is ADVICE, advice, right? Yeah, it is confusing. These words are very confusing, like access or assess. There are many. There are about 70 words. And I already told you, I think I told you earlier, I have my PowerPoints ready to go and I just need to record those and put it online, the lessons for you. I have about 70 words, most frequently used confusing words. Yes, those are the words. Then, okay. I found it hard to make out phrasal verbs which have multiple meanings, but it seems those meanings don't relate it to each other. Okay, phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb, I am planning to teach you the phrasal verbs. But again, there is so much to teach. And I don't know from where to start. Yes, phrasal verbs are a kind of like a hard sometimes. Like, for example, there are some non-phrasal combinations also, right? So, like, for example, act like, ask for, beg off, break into, call on. See here, all those. This is book is all about phrasal verbs. Actually, this is the whole like a 200 how many pages. So I mean, there are so many resources, and these resources are like pretty much. Yeah, so I will add some of the videos on phrasal verbs because the most important one, which we use all the time. Yes, I will do it. But see, as you know, this channel is new. I just started it last year in July, and I already have about 250 videos, and I am trying to upload as many I can. So just to stick with this channel and keep learning and keep improving. My day is going yeah, it's good. It's busy, always busy. Please get me joined online on Zoom. What is the process? I appreciate you're doing well. Akash Jain, I think I told you, and Cool Man actually wrote down my email address, english@mycommand@gmail.com. You need to send me email. Yes. So, yeah, so advice is noun and advice verb. Okay, good. Vijay Kumar Meena. Thank you for writing it down. See, you all know a lot and you are helping each other. That's amazing. It's wonderful. I like that spirit, helping each other. How can I remember phrasal verb for competition point of view? How can I remember? Okay. I mean, there are some phrasal verbs are most frequently used phrasal verbs. Those phrasal verbs, I think we actually use those phrasal verbs pretty much in our, I will say, kind of like an everyday conversation. You need to know some of the phrasal verbs which we use a lot, like to, at, in, on, over, and off, like off, off, like some of the verbs, not like a 200 pages of phrasal verbs, not like that. But yeah, I will be uploading some lessons soon, I will say. Yes. And moreover, the best way always I advise you to learn all kind of what you say, vocabulary, parts of speech, tenses, everything in the text, in context, especially when you are reading something. That is the best way. I mean, that's the strategy I used a lot when I was learning English, and even now I pay very close attention if I'm not clear about something. In reading, I learn a lot through reading. So I'm talking about I learn a lot through reading about tenses, about parts of speech, or about phrasal verbs. Yes, through reading. And vocabulary, yes, unlimited vocabulary through reading. Not in isolation, not in separately learning words and then meanings, because when you listen, you think you remember it, but after 2-3 days, it's not going to be there because you're not using it. You just listen it. And there are thousands of videos online where they have like a list of vocabularies and the teacher is reading and giving you the definitions and you just comment, yeah, excellent lesson, wonderful lesson. But what happens after 2-3 days, it's not going to be there if you are not using it. And how many, like for example, I told you yesterday also, in our institution to our students, we teach vocabulary, and research says that teach 5 to 6 words every week, and those words, make those words your own words, right? And those words are not like the tier 1 words, not like the nouns. I will say tier 2 words. The tier 2 words are the placement words. Those are the words like where you see root words for examples, and you use the prefixes and suffixes. And if you know the derivations, for example, if a one word, you can make so many words with that same word. That kind of words you need to learn. That will help you to improve your vocabulary, right? And other words like a noun, like a nouns, for example, you can learn a lot of nouns when you are reading something, right? So the names of the things, for example, the more you will read, the more you will learn. The tier 1 words are like, and moreover, think about it, look around your home. I always say, look around in your, wherever your surroundings are, and do you know the names of all those things in English? Start learning those, because those are all nouns, right? And nouns, you know, name of person, place, thing, or an idea. Of course, ideas are little I will say little hard ones, but other things around you, all the tools, all the things, everything in the kitchen, all the vegetables, all the fruits, all the, where you go to the store, you buy the stuff, everything is noun around you, right? So that's what you need to remember. Okay, let me read some here. Please refer to this website if you are interested in it. It might be helping you out. Which website? Okay, while reading any book or newspaper, if I read Hindi, I imagine those words and make picture of that. But in English, it's not go that way. Please suggest man. Apna rural fight. Okay, so while reading any book or newspaper, if I read Hindi, I imagine those words and make picture of that. But in English, it's not go that way. Okay, so because you're limited English vocabulary, that's why you are not able to picturize it in English. So when you picturize something, when you have imagery, and then think about when you imagine something, you use so many adjectives. In India, you say adjectives, but in America, we say adjectives. So adjectives are, and in imagery, we use our 5 senses also, if you know that. And I hope you all know our 5 senses are sense to what? Sense to touch something, right? Sense to taste, sense to smell, sense to see, and sense to hear. So you need to increase your vocabulary in English. When you talk about the senses, then, I mean, there is a lot to learn, but I will say gradually. Nothing is going to happen in one day, but one day is important because you will be learning something every day in order to enhance your skills. Okay, so when, first of all, you need to know the noun, then you need to know how you can describe it in English, right? So for example, what I have here, which I can use it. So let's make it this pencil, for example. This pencil is a noun, right? So let's describe this pencil. Let's see if someone can describe this pencil. Describe it. Akashdeep, if you don't mind, will you please start grammar? in according to serial number? Akashdeep, this is a very interesting question because I thought about it, but then I was like, from where to start grammar? Because if I start from a noun, I started it from a noun, and then I was like, okay, the way we teach, it's very different, the way we teach here. Okay. I can reply any message anywhere, but I cannot speak at front of person. Cool man, you need to join our Zoom session and you need to start. See here again, my quote, and it's my quote that fear is inside, fear is not outside. It's all in here, in you. Okay, so no one is going to know how much you are scared. Only you know that. And you are the only one who can come out of it, right? Be sticky. Ma'am, we say be quiet. Can I say be sticky? Be sticky? I never heard that word, frankly speaking. To tell someone to be quiet, to be sticky? No. If it's common in India, then use it. But I never heard this. I always say be quiet or don't talk. Yeah, I will say, please don't talk. Please, can we have a little peace here or peaceful environment here? Something like that. Like it depends on who you are saying to be quiet, right? You cannot say to be quiet to your parents or someone who is older than you. You cannot tell them to be quiet like that. No, you can request them, please, can we be a little bit quiet here, or can we have a little bit peaceful environment here, or something like that. I mean, little respectfully. But you can say someone be quiet. If your kids are talking, you can say be quiet, come on. And then, yeah. So here we use some other words, but those are like shh, 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 like that too, right? That's all another way. Shh, please, on sleep. So more actions instead of just saying something. We can just gestures, and gestures play actually very good role sometimes. Instead of saying someone to do something, we just do the gestures like this. Be quiet. And I use a lot of gestures in my class when I teach. If someone is talking, I don't scream or yell on them. I will just sometimes just gonna look at them and just like, on your book, pay attention, or write like that, or there on the slide on the PowerPoint if I'm showing them on the smartboard, something like that. A lot of gestures. Okay. Good evening, Abhinav. Okay. Be concentrate. Be concentrate. Please concentrate. We don't say be concentrate. Please concentrate on the topic, or please concentrate here. Yeah, concentrate. Yes. Tell us about reading. Pavan, Pavan. I like, could you keep it down a little bit since the baby is sleeping in the next room? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Could you keep it down? Yeah. Could you please lower your voice? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Requesting. Yeah. Could you please? Or could you? Yeah, that's fine. Or please, we'll say please, please be quiet. The baby is sleeping. Then you will be saying also in a very low volume, right? Your sound's not going to be too high too. Yes, like that. Okay. Tell us about reading. What you want to know about reading? Because reading, as you know, is essential. And what do you think, guys? Okay, I have two questions. Ma'am, how can you read properly? Because some words are like chanchal, conchal, ch. Some words are like chanchal, or people read it conchal. That is, the pronunciation is so different. K, k, and ch. The sound is so different. Ch, 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 chanchal. K, k. It's a different sound. That much difference? Really? I mean, I can understand some people say English, and the correct pronunciation is English, right? Sh, not s. Okay. But I know some people pronounce some of the words differently because if you know, I don't know how many of you know that, of course, in English there are 26 alphabet, but there are about 44 or 45 sounds in English. Some people say 44, some people say 45, and some people even say 46, like that, right? It is a pronunciation problem, yes. Will you please keep silence? Kashdeep, if I will be silent, then I should end this session. I know you're not saying to me, I'm just joking. Yeah, you can say, will you please keep silence? Keep silence. Keep the silence in this room. Be silent. Yeah, please. Silent, please. We say it silent, please, like that. Silent, please. Okay. Okay, Abhinav, ma'am, I'm coming first on your channel, but don't know about you really, ma'am. Oh, you are here first time. Abhinav Kumar. So today is your first day. Then you need to watch my videos in order to know about me, right? So then you will know more about me. Tell us about reading. Okay, Pavan. I right now, let me find about my my playlist. I talked a lot about reading. I talked about different kinds of reading. And then in reading, actually, there is a lot to talk about reading. And we just started last time in our Zoom session. And before that, also, we talked, because see here, reading, when you talk about the genres, there are so many genres, right? The fiction or the non-fiction, and then how you read it, what kind of strategies you use in reading. So there is so much to talk about reading. I have some videos in my playlist where I talked about reading also. But then again, let me tell you one thing. When I make these type of videos, I see that many people are not watching it, and then I stop making those videos, because then I feel like I'm making these videos for you, and if you are not even watching, then what is the use, right? So that's why because many students always ask for speaking. But now I hope many of you understand that in order to speak in English, you need a lot of vocabulary. And in order to gain the vocabulary, you need to listen a lot of English, and you need to read a lot in English also. So I will say it's equally important. All four domains are equally important. Some people are strong in some domains, like like if you ask me here in America, if the students are learning English as a second language and they come from other countries, and they become more, there is listening and speaking, that improve first. then their reading improve, and then the last one is their writing improve. So you can see we all are different because it depends on where are you at this time. For example, so if they are here in America, they are listening English all day, right? And they are living in a speaking environment also. So they start speaking English and they start understanding English. So when we test them, when we assess their English, because we assess their English in 4 domains: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And most of the time, their speaking is like on a higher level, and then their listening is on the higher level, and many students speaking is also go higher, but their reading is low and the writing is way too low, because writing is the most challenging domain, I will say, for many students. But in India, I think the speaking is the most challenging domain for you, because you are not getting a chance to practice your speaking skills, right? So let me read here the information. Abhinav Kumar, you are welcome, and you will be learning a lot about me. I am from America, and I am English as a second language and English as a first language educator in America. So rest of the information and English language skills, you need to watch my videos and learn more about me and about this channel and about English skills. Okay, Abhinav? Kajal, ma'am, it's Kahal, because स्पेनिश में जो कोई भी बोलता है ना, कूल मैन, kahal, cool man, where are you from? I didn't understand what you are trying to say. Critical reading. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, Pavan Kumar. Okay. Critical reading. Yes, you become. See, critical reading is a very higher level reading. I will say the skill. The critical reading is a higher level skill. And we teach this skill even in elementary schools also. Yes, in America, we start teaching critical reading skills, or to look any information critically, which is not very common. I think it's not common in India. But yes, I would love to teach critical reading. Yes. And that's what actually we did actually in our last Zoom sessions. We read it critically. We read the information for 2 days, and all students, they loved it. They loved the Zoom session last time because we learned. That's what we did. Critical reading we did in our Zoom sessions last week. Okay. If anyone wants to improve public speaking, fear comes first in or his mind. Can I overcome from that? And if anyone wants to improve fluency, he needs fluency speaking person, but I don't have. Apna Rural Fight, did you email me? Join my Zoom session and we will talk more about it in our session. Okay, good night from India, Jammu and Kashmir, India. How are you? Surit Singh, good evening. I am good. And so see here, if you don't mind, I can correct a little bit here. We say good night when we leave. If it's evening, like even if it's a night, like 11:30 or 11:45 or 11:50, before 12 a.m., we still say like night or something. Good night we say when we leave. When we leave that person or say bye, then say okay, good night, right? So usually it's a good evening. Evening time, it's evening, good evening. Or if it's a late night, we say like what do we say? Hello, how are you? How are you feeling? Have a good day or good evening. Good evening is common. So evening, evening. Night, good night. When we leave, then we say good night. Even here, we say good night even in the evening time, which when you are leaving someone, even the daylight is still there, we still say good night, because then you are going to sleep. It's evening and you're going to sleep, and you might gonna say another person next day, or you can say, okay, good night, I'll see you tomorrow, something like that. So night is when you are saying bye bye, in other words, at evening time. Okay. So yes, I send you email, but I cannot join your Zoom. How, Shahana Ali, I send you email, but how I can join your Zoom meeting? If you send me email, I will send you the invitation on Saturday. Sahareen, I am good, Sahareen. Okay, Pavan from India, yes. Korean students are mostly excellent in reading, grammar, listening, but poor at speaking English since they only focus on exams. Yes, Gina, I taught many Korean students also, and they are excellent students. And I remember one of my students, he was from Korea, and he used to be very scared. And I don't know, then I had a meeting with parent, and they said, yeah, they get sometimes physical punishment in school. That's why he had a bitter experience from school. But yeah, I had many Korean students. Recently, this year, I don't have any student from Korea. Uh, but I have, this year I have students from China, but 2 years ago I had students from Korea also. Sometimes I get students from Vietnam, from Thailand. Yeah, so I have experience to teach Korean students also. Yes, they are very smart, very intelligent. You are right. They are good in academic English. Yes, yes, they are. You are right. Yes, TOEFL are high and their speaking skills are not good enough compared to their scores. Yes, and that's the reason, Gina, when they come here, they improve very quickly, because the same thing is with the Indian students, or same thing is with students from Pakistan also, or from not from China, I will say, because I have Chinese students. She didn't learn English, maybe little English in China, but now she is improving, because see, here it depends on the environment also, right? Sometimes students, they really want to work hard, they are serious about it. So the students, they come from India or Korea or China or Thailand, or even in African countries also, or they are good in the math, and they pick up very quickly. They pick up the language very quickly. Most of the time, like if students, they come from these countries, within like 2 years or 3 years, I will say they are in the regular classes where they are learning everything with the native speakers. And pretty much some of them are out of the ESL program. That means they don't need any support. They can handle all English skills by themselves. Yes, it happens a lot here. Yes, you are absolutely right. Good evening, Manjeet, Latwal, Akashdeep. Korean students should try to make an environment where they talk to each other only in English. See, that's the problem. The environment, making environment is not that easy, right? Shahana Ali, you joined the session on Saturday and Sunday, right? Priyanka Rawat, yes. Hi, be good human. Hanshika, hello Hanshika. Good night means leave anyone alone for a long time at night. Yeah, you're right. Mantosh Sahu, hello, cool man from India. Hello, cool man. Oh, thank you, Hanshika. Say something about Corona current scenario. You know what? That is funny about Corona. Yesterday, the new news was like they are expecting that 10,000 more people will die. That's their, assumptions or whatever. And I was talking about it like right now, everyone is thinking that in that counting, it's not me like that. No, it's, I don't know. It's, what I'm going to say about Corona right now. I think it's a good platform just to forget about Corona and talk about English and talk about future, talk about positive stuff, talk about learning. And so you are already listening a lot about Corona from everywhere, right? Even when I call India, and when that's why I always say pick up the phone quickly, because that lady always tell me in English, if you Corona something, if you do not hate the sick person, we are all are fighting. And every day I listen the same thing about Corona on the phone also. So everywhere it's about Corona. So just let's talk about something else. I will say, Pavan. I think we can talk about something else about this. No one describe the pencil. I showed you the pencil when we were talking about description. You forgot the topic. Okay, cool, man. Ma'am, how you stay positive here? I stay positive. What do you mean? I am not a negative person, frankly speaking. I am pretty much positive. That's what I think I am. Because when I feel sometime, if anyone is negative around me, I feel like need to stay away. Yeah, because it's better. I believe in more like, whatever is in your control, you can do it. What's something is, if it's not in your control, and then thinking about that stuff unnecessarily is just inviting more agony or grief in your life, and that's not going to help you in any way. So why to waste your energy and your mood and everything on that stuff? Like, stay happy. That's the way I think, that way. Okay, hello, Pavan, ma'am, where are you from and which city? Pavan, you need to watch my videos. There are all that information is there. Uh, cool. Or watch. Okay. Okay. Pavan, ma'am. Okay. Okay, I'm also fine. Thank you. Your day going today. Okay, it's more. Okay, let's be positive and everything will work out fine. Yes, excellent. Yes, stay positive and everything will work out fine, because sometimes we worry too much unnecessarily, right? Yes. And I'm telling you based on my experience. Yes, sometimes we unnecessarily worry, and then we realize it later on. Oh my God, why I was thinking that way, why I did that. Like, yeah, so it's better just to stay positive, stay calm, stay more, I will say, yeah, that's what I believe. If you stay more positive, the positivity will come to you. Yes. So I hope we remember the sentences. And another question, what do you think? Do you think I should start this live session at 8:30 or 8 o'clock, or 9 is a good time? Tell me. Okay. Okay. Anshika. Okay. So tell me about the time. Do you think this is the good time to be live, 9 o'clock, or it's too late? Because it is made up of wood. Okay. Oh, you are explaining. Okay, you are describing. It has lead rod inside. It has an eraser at one end. We write with pencil. Okay. Ma'am, before I was stay positive and motivation others people also, but nowadays time is changed. 8 o'clock. Okay, Akashdeep is saying 8 o'clock is a good time. Okay, let's see what other people think about the time. 9, if you think 9 o'clock is too late and I can come early, Pavan. Okay. Accent. CBSE house, accent. Everything is okay. You can go as per your convenience. So my convenience in these days, I am home. So I am at home. So I don't mind to start like when it's your 9 o'clock, it's mine is 11:30 daytime. So 11:30 a.m. and yours is 9 p.m. Indian time because we are 10 hours and 30 minutes behind, I think, something like that. Okay. Hey, Prathajit Dev. Oh, hello, you are from Bengal. Okay, good. Okay, 9 will be okay. 9 p.m. is good, I think. Okay. Okay, cool, Math and Hanshika Jan, you both need to pay attention. Okay, 9 p.m. Okay, 9 is good. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you can explain it's a thin, it's yellow, right? And has a little bit of green thing, and it's something is written on it, right? And let me smell it. Yeah, it has a smell. It's a wood smell, right? So it's a woody. It's a wood smell, then I'm going to say woody smell, because there are so many words. It's not like you have to be very specific. You can make your own words too sometimes. Woody smell, because it's a wooden, it's made of wood, and wood itself has a smell. So if you smell it, it's woody smell. And eraser, and the pink eraser on the back, and there is some green medal on it, medal around it, right? So 3 layers of thin metal layers, green, right? And written with the green letters. So something is written with green and has a lead inside. Yes, yes. So see, you can, this small pencil, you can describe it and you can write like a 1 paragraph about it. So that's the way to elaborate. That's the way you can pick anything and then start talking about it. That's the good way to practice your skills, right? And you can talk about anything, right? So anything, I will say now, let's, for example, even you can describe this index card. We call it index card, index card. So you can even describe this index card. So this index card, what kind of shape is this? Who can tell me the shape of this index card? Let's see. Let me check your knowledge in math. Okay, tell me. Shape. 9 o'clock, okay. It was nice to hear my name from you. Oh, Prathajit. Okay. Pencil have a woody smell. Yes, woody smell. It's good method. Yes, it's actually, see, that's what I do. I sometimes, not now, but I teach my students how they can, can improve their language. Rectangular, excellent. Rectangular shape, right? Yes. So the shape is rectangular. What else? What else you can talk about this one? Tell me. Postcard size. Okay, now we don't know the size, but we can guess. We can say approx. Okay, see here. When you don't know the exact measurement, right now, I don't know the exact measurement because I didn't even measure it, right? So what I'm going to say, approximately, or you will say about. It is about. It's about. Now tell me, there are 2 words you can use, horizontal and vertical, right? So the shape, if you look at this one, this is what? Horizontal or vertical? And what about this one? Or you can say width and height, right? So you can say width. So this is the width and this is the height, right? And so tell me, so you think approximately, I will say approximately, in this index card has rectangular shape, and then I will say it is about, well, what I'm going to say, Or you can say its width. Its width is about, I will say, 7 inches. Think so. It's about 7 inches, and the height is about 5 inches, or this might be 8 inches. So guess, because I don't. Okay, and you can say, yeah, you can measure it into centimeters also, right? cm, centimeters. Or you can measure it into inches also. Or it has dimension. Yeah, wow, yes, dimension. Yeah, so it's a dimension, time, right? 15 times 10 equals, right? So yeah, excellent. And then you can see what's written on it, right? So you can say that there's like kinds of sentences in English. Explanation is written on this index card. And what colors are there? Think about the colors. So the words or the text, T-E-X-T, text, or you can say the words. So the text is written with the blue pen and it's highlighted. Some of the keywords are highlighted with green highlighter, right? I use the green highlighter. And then some of the words are highlighted or marked around like a pink. Then I wrote down with the purple color and the orange color. So I used different highlighters to highlight the key points or to highlight the important information on this card. So you can see how you can explain anything. Okay, now let's describe this, my bracelet. Describe it if you can. Let's describe it. So that's the way you can play around, look around, find it, and write about it. And then talk, or if you don't want to write about it, just talk about it and record it. And then next time when you are listening, think about it, what you are missing, then add it. Just play around. Don't make it in a boring way. Learn language in a fun way. That's what I say. Okay. Yes, so there is something written in this card. Yes, just like invitation card to attract someone by your writing or design. Okay, yeah, so attract someone. So here, if I am doing this, if I used highlighter to just to show you the key points, that means I want you to pay attention on these keywords in order to understand the information in a better way. That's what it is. That's what the colors are doing here, right? The color, it has a purpose. Whatever I did here, I did it purposely, right? Purpose. Think about the purpose. Everything what we are doing here has a purpose. Okay. Made up of from hard paper. Yeah, from paper or recycling paper, maybe Hanshika, recycling paper. And it has like a blue lines on it, right? Single lines. Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, whatever you see, you can, and it's thin. It's thin. Now let me smell. Paper smell. Now I'm going to say papery smell. No, and then highlighter, ink smell maybe. Yeah, not really, but yeah. So you can smell, you can see, you can touch. Okay, how it feels when you touch it. It's soft. It's soft. It's not rough, right? So yeah. So metallic and dull in color. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Uh-huh. So something written, yeah, okay. But I can see some of the words in, yes, some of the words are highlighted. Yes, yes. Okay. This, you all can describe. You all can use the, I will say, 5 senses when you describe something, right? Okay. Abhinav, email me. Parroting. Parroting. I don't know what you mean. Bracelet is made up with colorful crystal and metal, and shape of crystal is, yes, oval shape. Oval shape. Yes, oval shape. It's not oval actually, it's a round. These all are round with different stones in it. Round. Okay. Yes, colorful stones. Stones. Not beads, not beads, stones, stones, stones. Beads होते हैं मोती. These are not moti. These are stones. Okay. Sahareen. RYT. What does that mean? Or oh, right, you mean. Okay. Okay, right or not. Sahareen. What? It's called parroting. I didn't understand what you're saying. Sahareen. It's a bracelet. Okay. No, this paper is not for boat. You cannot make a boat with this paper. This is an index card. If you can make a boat, you can make a boat with these kind of papers, I will say. Like a notebook, jo copy ke, in other words, you say to copy ke paper, right? You can make a boat with these kind of papers, but not with index cards. Yes. Yes, so boat you can make it. I can even make a boat right now. Yes, we used to make boats too. Yes, we do. We used to do the same thing, and airplanes and boats. Yes. Okay. Colorful beads. Okay, Kulvinder, I use this paper too. Okay. Hanshika. Okay. You told me already. Okay, good. Circular. Yes, circular. Around or circular. Yes. Okay. Now here, I think I know Coolman's name, maybe. No, if you were in my session, then yes. Hello, Shehbaz Ali. Yes. Good to see you guys. Okay, guys, I think we should. I have come. You just came here. You mean you just came now? That's what you are telling us? Okay. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and you are ready to learn the next one. And some people are asking me to teach them grammar from the beginning. How many of you want to learn grammar from the beginning? We can talk about, like, that's what, see here what we are learning. Let me tell you one thing. We are touching some parts of grammar, but at the same time, we are transferring the grammar skills into the language learning. That's what I am trying to teach you here. Okay, so what we are doing, we are transferring our grammar skills and learning a language. That's what I want you to do, because I don't know, there are many like a grammar. When you learn grammar, just grammar, then that is not very useful. But when you put it into practice, that way you will never forget what you learn. Okay, so here the boat, I try to make it like your childhood boat. It reminded me too. So anyways, I want to learn and language both. Yes, so that's what we were doing, and I hope we really enjoyed the session. Okay, so now we know 5 kind of sentences, and there are some students are not paying attention in the class, and I command you, pay attention. If you are here, learn. Don't worry about other people's names, okay? Pay attention and learn. And so now the next one will be, we will talk a lot about the structure of the sentences, okay? And then We're going to talk about all the tenses, and at the same time, we will be touching all parts of speech also. But whatever I'm teaching you, my purpose here is to transfer your grammar skills and learn a language. That's the whole purpose. That's what I am trying to do. And at the end of this session, I want to tell you, please tell your family and friends and many other people, whosoever you see around, tell about this channel and learn a lot of English, improve your English skills, learn seriously, okay, and improve. And be confident and keep in mind, fear is inside, fear is not outside. So if you're going to get rid of your fear, one day, believe me, English will be, you will be saying, English is at my command. That's my email address. So keep learning, keep improving, and one day you all will say this, English is at my command. So the moment I will say, start thinking that way, that English is at my command. Do not say, I don't know English. Say, English is at my command. And believe in that law of interaction. And at the same time, practice also. It's not just saying it, but yes, putting it into practice and learning, improving, not scared, make it, learn it in a fun way. And English is at my command. Keep in mind, everyone, and you should start saying it, English at my command. That's the reason when I decided to have like a name of my, even my website is also English at my command. Right now, I am working on it. It's not up right now, but it will be up shortly. But my website's name is also English at my command. Okay, because I believe in it. Whatever you say, you become. Okay, so if you will say English at my command, English will be at your command. Okay, so keep in mind that. And that way you will never forget my email also. I mean to say, we look all sides to describe it perfectly. Excellent. And at the same time, keep in mind, use your five senses, the sense to see, the see, sense to smell, sense to touch, right? And sense to hear, right? If you, what kind of sound you can hear, right? So see, that's the way. It's like you're using your five senses. Okay. Surely I will try to increase your. Okay, thank you, Abhinav. Thank you. Yes, I'm focusing, but cool man bothered me by comment. See here, Hanshika Jain, what she said, and that's what happens a lot in my classroom too. Oh, he's doing this. She's saying this. He's saying this. I was like, no, no one can distract you if you are not getting involved in it. Okay, so don't blame others. Take responsibility. Your responsibility is to ignore the distraction and pay attention in class. I didn't know that I have to say this stuff here on my live session too. I thought this is only for my physical classroom where I see the students and they are in my class and they are doing the same thing what's happening here, distracting and socializing with each other instead of paying some time attention in the class. But I'm just joking, Hanshika. It's fine. We're just okay. So, ma'am, please do such methods here in our more participation to learn English in every angle. Yes, yes, Sahreen, that's my purpose. And okay, chaotic sound. Wow, nice word. Wow, chaotic sound. I like that word. Okay, so here, see, again, I mean, that's the purpose. And that's the reason I always say, even if your English skills are very low and you consider yourself like a beginner level or you don't know English, I always say try to listen more in English. And there was someone who asked me a question about how can I improve my accent. And I will say focus on your pronunciation because your accent whatever the language you speak, your first language will always have some kind of like an impact on your second language too. वो जिसमें कहते हैं ना थोड़ा लहजा आपका वो रहेगा ही रहेगा. Don't worry about that, but try to learn how to pronounce the words correctly. And that's what I am trying here with you also, because whatever I am saying, I am speaking in a natural way. Okay, so if you want, again, many students say they copy me, they practice with me, they play my videos, and you can do the same thing if you want to. And why I can be a good role model for you, because I learn English as a second language, and I'm originally from India. Punjabi is my first language, and I learned Hindi also, and now I think I speak pretty good English. And when I speak with my students here in America, I speak with my all co-workers, Americans, and they understand me 100%. And I never had an experience recently, I will say, where my students gonna say, oh, you are not saying this word correctly. I think I say pretty much all my words in an American accent way. But again, your first language will have a little bit impact on your language. So don't worry about it. That's fine. It's a very natural. But just try to learn and speak with correct pronunciation. That's important. And it's better to come out of your translation zone. Jitna ho sake, try to come out. Translation, bilingual is helpful, but too much translation is not going to help you to improve your English skills faster or to bring you on advanced level. That's for sure. So it's better to listen more English, practice more English, because keep in mind, your first language will never go away. Think about me. I am living in America from last more than 25 years. And at home, I use 95% of the time I use English, because my children, they speak English only. And even then, I speak perfectly in Hindi and in Punjabi. Okay, so ਆਪਣੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਭੁੱਲਦੇ, ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਚਾਹੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਓ, बिकॉज ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ बचपन तो सीखी. सो सेम थिंग इज हिंदी के बारे में भी वही है. जो मैंने हिंदी, मेरा ख्याल मैंने 4th ग्रेड से पढ़ना सीखा था, तो बट उसके बाद आई लाइक टू रीड, बहुत पढ़ती थी मैं, तो जिसकी वजह से मुझे हिंदी भी आती है, पंजाबी भी आती है, एंड इंग्लिश. यस, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग, don't be scared that if you will speak more English, then you will start forgetting your first language. You will never forget your first language. That's my point. Okay. Okay. Prajit, cool man. Okay. Okay. How many types of student I teach? Types? I didn't understand types. I teach American students. I teach students from other countries, because here, when the students are on a lower level, level 1, like a beginner level, or lower intermediate level, we teach them only English. That's what I'm saying. Language arts, we call it language arts. We teach them separately. But all other subjects like math or social study or science or music or art or PE, everything else, they are with the American students. They are with them. But then I teach the English class, where American students, the ones who they are born from here, are too. So it's like all, I will say, Americans born students and the immigrant students also. They come from other countries. I teach both groups. Yes. Okay. Okay, Mantosh, Thank you, Mantosh. Yeah, you can be like me. Why not? So start practicing. So you can see how we just describe the things, how we can describe the incidents, how we can describe the neighborhood. One day I was actually thinking, one day I'm going to do the session outside in my backyard in my deck, or one day maybe I'm going to walk in my neighborhood and we can do the session. We'll see that how it works out. But then we can talk about the nature, about I don't know if we will be able to see any animals while here daytime, but in my backyard we have deer जिसको आप क्या कहते हो, हिरन कहते हो, बहुत हैं backyard पे. And then we have a fox also, we have raccoons, we have a lot of rabbits, we have a crane होती है बहुत बड़ा सा पंछी. And then we have geese, बत्तखें. Or sometimes they just disappear when they see you, but a lot of like a nature. And snakes, I just showed you the snake in my backyard. Like last week, I found snake was walking around in my backyard. So we live very close to nature because my backside, it's all woods. And then we have we call it creek. Creek is a barsati nala. So it's just in my backyard, mere ghar ki back pe. So it's a lot of nature there. So one day we're gonna go there and we're gonna describe the nature, right? So that's the way you learn English. Okay, Suraj, sure, Suraj, I will be sending you invitation. शनिवार को अपना email check करना सूरज. Okay, आपको invitation मिलेगा. तो मेक श्योर करना उसमें पासवर्ड एंटर करना है आपको, जिसमें लिंक लिखा होगा जूम का इनविटेशन है, उस पर क्लिक करोगे तो पासवर्ड एक होगा उसी ईमेल में, उसको एंटर करोगे तो आप वेटिंग रूम में आओगे. तो आई विल सी यू, मैं वहां से आपको देख लूंगी एंड आई विल लेट यू join the session. Okay, Suraj? Yes. Yes. Good. Punjabi. Yeah, that's the language. That's my first language, Punjabi. In one condition, you forgot your first language. In which condition? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Hindi, good. Sure. American think about India in which ways? American, I mean, in this COVID situation, American think about India in which way? Okay, first of all, Abhinav Kumar, I don't leave my home. I am at home from my institution closed on March 13. And I didn't leave my home after March 13. I just went out one day, only one day with my husband to get the groceries. But usually we order everything online and we get pretty much everything on our door. We didn't leave the house. I am at home. It's not like we are not in lockdown, but we avoid to go out because there is more risk involved if we go out. So we are not interacting with a lot with other people. If you ask me, I'm interacting here more than I am interacting with my local people here. I will say I don't go out. I don't talk to my neighbors, anyone. We are just at home. So I don't know what American thinks. And here, if you talk about the TV on news, they just talk about America. And then that's it, I think. They just talk more about what's happening in America, what's happening in this state, and we are just more concerned about how it's going in my state, like that. So we don't, if you ask me, yeah, I sometimes find out about what's happening in India, or just because we have families over there, we have relatives in India. So just to ask them how they're doing, stuff like that. Yes. Mantosh, I don't know how many years it takes to fluent in English. Mantosh, again, I'm saying fluency definition is different to everyone because it depends on, you are learning English for what purpose? Are you learning English only to socialize, or you are learning English to be on an advanced level where you can have any kind of discussion with anyone, right? If you are looking for that kind of English, then you need to read a lot in all content areas, right? But if you just want a survival English, you say it's survival English in India, then I mean, general conversation, right? That English, I don't know what's the limit and how many words you need, because even in India, people say you need 2,000 words or stuff like that. But I don't know how can you speak a very good English with 2,000 words. But again, I'm saying one step every day. Mantosh, one step every day. Like, you will be improving every day if you are consistent. Consistency plays very important role. So stay consistent, stay positive, and learn. Do not get disappointed. Learn English in a fun way. Then you will not even realize, you believe me, you will not even realize when you start speaking fluently. Yes. And it will happen gradually. It's not going to happen in one day. Yes, but it will increase. I will say your skills will improve. And if you, I don't know how many of you notice it, but I have seen the improvement in my session, like Zoom session. I have seen the students, they started with me and now they are gaining more confidence, they are improving, and they are even realizing that, yes, they are improving. So that's what I'm saying. We all are on a different levels and our methods are different, but consistency is equal, like very important if you want to, and you will. So they say, right, if there is a will, there is a way. So you can find out, yes, and you will become fluent. Mantosh Sahu. When will you end? I am going to end this session. That's what I am. See, that's what it is. In my case, I do not set the limit. I think I should set the limit for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, right? Because in these days, I am also kind of like a free, and I'm not restricted with the time. So yes, Priyanka, we should end this session because today it's going to be like a pretty much almost 2 hours. If you see Indian news, yes, I do. I see India. I watch Indian news on phone sometimes. That's it. And it's condition 1 disease. Have forget called brown square syndrome. Okay. You rather call them and ask, hey, what do you think about India's struggle to get rid of Wuhan? Hey, Prathajit, we don't ask like that. No, that's not the culture here. It's American culture. It's very different than Indian culture, frankly speaking, very different. First of all, people are not like, they don't interfere in anyone's life. Even my neighbors, we all are just mind our own business. In other words, I will say, if we go out, we're just gonna talk about like simple things, and play. We don't discuss other people or a lot of stuff. And here people do not get too personal also. Yes, people like to have a privacy, and people like to give other people privacy too. It's very different culture. Yes, but it's nice. But they're very helpful, very, very friendly, very helpful to each other, especially here, because we are living here from last so many years, and everyone is owner, like, it's good, nice, giving space each other, and not to be too nosy. No, not like that. Okay, guys. So I have to stop this now. We need to end this session. Oh, you living in Russia? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't go out, and our houses are like little away from each other. We are not like a very close. So when we say, we just say hi from the distance. That's it. Especially in these days. If it's summertime and good weather, we go out. But usually it's still winter. It's still cold, and we don't go much outside. We are pretty much more inside, or yeah, yeah, cool climate. Yes. Which Indian news channel I watch? I just look at the news, and then if there is something I want to see, I see. Not much, but there is a ND, and there are some channels I remember. Uh, we used to have Indian channels before, but no one watch much TV, and I'm not a very fond of to watch a lot of TV too, because I'm still busy here teaching. Okay, cool, man. Okay, NDTV. Yes, NDTV. Then what else? I didn't remember everything. Yeah. So yeah, there is a one Aaj Tak. But that's a Hindi channel, right? NDTV, and then I forgot another one. Okay, guys, I think we need to stop now, and I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we will talk about our sentences and their structure. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Good. You Fox News. Okay. I watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. Okay. Yeah, Bihar. I never been there, Bihar, but I mean India is beautiful, and India also has a different kind of landforms and different kind of climate, right? Everywhere it's different, cool. Yes. Bye, guys. I will see you tomorrow, and we're going to talk. Rest of the discussion will be tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Bye.